Всем привет, с вами Жнец, мы продолжаем играть в Элекс. Мы по-прежнему находимся в Голиете, это населенный пункт берсерков. Выполняем задание для берсерков. Выберем следующее задание. Всегда есть чему заняться. Рагнар не узнал меня и готов доверить мне задание, которое принесет мне осколки и репутацию. По его словам, земледельцу Ирдуру может потребоваться помощь. Ирдур должен быть в Южном Голиете, неподалеку от сердца мира.
Get something to drink first. Maybe they'll think twice before we're gonna keep quiet about that. I'm looking to make a trade.
Прыжок веры. Рогопес. Ну иди сюда. Да. Так, съедим мясо. Ломоть земледельца. Тут кругом разбойники, мутанты. Постараюсь ни с кем не связываться. Пригодится. Чья-то кровь. Тут я припоминаю, где-то лагерь разбойников был. Ну да ладно. Тут у нас обитают отшельники, или как их там правильно. Но они крайне враждебны. Не следует лезть на их территорию. Я все равно лезу. Короче, здесь обитают бывшие берсерки, которых изгнали из сообщества. Ну иди сюда. Блин. Вот ты тварь, а? Сколько ты кровушку попила? Вот оно, сердце мира. Пачка сигарет. Восстановлю здоровье при помощи сна. Не хочу тратить зелье.
Who are you? What are you doing here? No one's allowed round the world, Hart.
Не очкуй, я не опасен.
I'm no threat.
So you say. What brings you all the way out here?
Are you responsible for the world, Hart, here?
That's what you care about? The world, Hart? What about the men sent with it? If we wither, it does too. Golliet should care as much about us as they care about that plant. But yes, what are we next to a world, Hart? Ants in history. Here we are standing by the future of Magellan, the very thing given to us in Magellan's hour of need. Maybe that's what Bourne meant. He told me being a cultivator was about learning who you are. Out here, isolated with this thing to care about, I've certainly gained perspective.
Что значит земледелец?
What is a cultivator?
Well, we're farmers, in the main. We grow the crops for Golliet, and we tend to the seedlings and the world hearts. The warriors act like they're the big guys, but really, they're here to protect us. Warriors might get the glory, but it's us cultivators who are changing the world.
Ладно, язвить не буду. И давно ты стал этим заниматься?
How long have you been doing this?
Oh, I didn't want to do it. This was a sentence. I got sent here as punishment 5 years ago.
Punished? And you say you enjoy doing this?
Yeah, masochist, aren't I? Beer, women, and fights were all that used to matter. Now, I get a kick from seeing just a few seedlings a season make it all the way to mature. I can take pride from that.
Скажи, тебе известно что-нибудь об убийстве Аскора?
Tell me, what do you know about Ascor's murder?
Nothing, really. I don't hear much from Golliet out here.
Так ты был здесь, когда его убили?
So, you were here when he was killed?
Probably. I haven't been anywhere else in months. I only go back for supplies or to transport seedlings. When was Ascor killed?
3 months ago, around Nana's Eve.
Oh, then I was back in Golliet sometime around then. I've lost track, to be honest, but whenever it was, I didn't see anything.
Ты хорошо знала Скора?
How well do you know Ascor?
Not at all. I mean, I knew of him. People talked about him. But I don't think I ever said more than hello to him, and he ignored me. He didn't really have time for cultivators. But, you know, people can be like that. Some value our work, others think they're superior somehow.
Ты знаешь, где нашли труп Аскора?
Do you know where they found Ascor's body?
I'm guessing somewhere in the forest, or why ask me, right?
Did you hear anything else about Ascor?
Well, I'm wondering why you're not asking me about the seedling that disappeared the same night Asker was murdered. No one seems to be asking about it. And from what I heard, it wasn't just a seedling, it was one close to maturity. I heard it was being sent to a cultivator in the hope it could go on to Tavar or somewhere as a new world heart. But it never arrived.
Новые доказательства. Так, у тебя есть меч?
Do
Глупый
you carry a
вопрос.
sword?
Of course. It's dangerous out here.
You work here on your own?
Most of the time. That's part of the punishment. It didn't used to be as lonely. They'd send patrols out to check on us. But since the Albs started attacking, we've been left on our own out here. Yeah, I guess we're not a priority.
I don't think you killed Ascor.
Me? Of course I didn't.
You really don't think you have a motive?
You mean the seedling he had? I'm a cultivator. I look after a world heart. I want to know what happened to the seedling he had. Why aren't you investigating where it went?
You're out here with a sword and no
У
witnesses.
тебя есть меч и
If
нет
I tried to
свидетелей.
attack a
Железная
warrior with a
логика.
sword, chances are you'd be planting me in the ground.
Сердце мира тут в безопасности.
How safe is the world's heart here?
You mean with the Albs scouting out Golиет? They don't seem to register it. The World Heart mustn't be their mission. Or they don't know about it. They'd kill me fast enough, though. That is, if the animals didn't get me first. Or I don't eat the wrong thing and get poisoned. Still, all in a day's work.
Anything you want me to report to Ragnar?
Yeah. Can you tell him about the World Heart? That it's okay? He should know we're still working, even though the patrols aren't coming to check. But if you're offering to help, there is one thing. I've not had any supplies from Golиет. Can you get them to send someone with my food supplies?
Еды. Так, в каком смысле Альбы не засекли сердце мира?
What do you mean the Albs don't register the world heart?
They don't come here. They bypass it, keeping their distance. You'd think they'd come straight for it, huh? It's eating Elex, and they sort of want all the Elex, don't they? Maybe they don't like the mana. The mutants here love it, but when they eat it, it makes them sick. Maybe the Albs can sense that, and they want to stay healthy.
Зачем было сажать сердце мира в таком небезопасном месте?
Why plant the world heart out here where it's in danger?
You don't understand much about our ways, do you?
So tell me,
We're changing the world with them. Wherever you plant a world heart, it extracts the Elex from the ground, pulls the poison out of the soil. It makes the soil come back to life. Lets Magellan's nature return to it. So whenever we plant a world heart, life follows. The more we plant, the more of Magellan is restored. We have to plant them in places like this because it's where they make a difference. All this around us, is because of the world heart.
so where do the world hearts come from?
I don't know. They found the first ones, the first berserkers. They realized what it could do, that it fed on Elex rather than dying from it, so they started cultivating them.
Откуда вы берете провизию?
Where do you get your supplies from?
Directly from Golиет, normally. Sometimes, we'll get something from passing hunters, but you can't rely on that.
Why have the deliveries come to a halt?
The Alb attacks. The warlords have put all the warriors on defense and cut down on the supply runs. We're supposed to be self-sufficient out here, but with more albatax and more creatures, we don't have time to grow, forage, or hunt anymore.
Ладно, я узнаю насчет поставки провизии.
I will ask about your food supplies.
Thank you. Cinda is probably the best person to ask. She's fierce. I mean, ball-shriveling fierce. But gets things done. I'm not asking for anything special. Just the usual supply run. Or just, well, anything, to be honest. We're hungry out here.
Они не присылают вам провизию?
Won't they send you supplies?
At some point, when they remember. Trust me, you going and asking will be faster than us waiting for them to remember. Our stomachs have better memories than they have. Listen, Golliet aside, there's a plant, the cultivator's loaf. If we could collect some of that, it would help us. It grows everywhere, but we've just not had time to collect them. 4 dozen should be enough.
4 dozen?
Yes, hopefully that would last us until we get another supply run. Say, let's round it up. Can you bring me 50? It would save you a trip to Golliet.
Так, ладно. Тут есть один момент, блин. Я уже не первый раз выполняю это задание. В общем, хлеб испорченный, заплесневелый, который я нашел за лавкой Синды, я должен ему принести, но тогда я не выполняю задание. У меня есть ломоть земледельца. Как я этот хлеб выкину, блин, я не знаю, блин. Я не хочу ему его отдавать. Его и выкинуть нельзя. Ё-моё. Нахера я его собрал? Ладно, я привез провиант.
I've brought supplies.
You have? I'm salivating already.
Во, здесь есть выбор, хорошо. Вот, держи ломти земледельцев.
I have brought you the cultivator's loaf.
You are a born gatherer. That should see our stomachs full. Thank you. Here. That should pay for it, right?
Замечательно. Да, этого будет достаточно.
Yes, that is a fair amount.
Thank you again. You've done us a real favor. Everyone here will appreciate it.
Если отдать ему заплесневелый хлеб, то получается я окажу медвежью услугу. И у них у всех скрутят животы, все будут страдать диареей. Я, конечно же, получу опыт, но Рагнар будет недоволен. Игрушечный динозаврик. Магалан прям как земля. Телепорт. Замечательно. Рогопсина. Тварина. Ёшкин кот, да что ж такое, блин. Ну, блин, криворукий. Загрузить автосохранение. Грёбаная псина меня замочила. Ладно, хоть есть автосохранение. Хотел запрыгнуть на крышу, блин, выпить зелье. Твари, блин, а. Я ж прокачался, мать вашу. О, зелий на вас не напасешься, мать. Представьте, это всего лишь рогопёс. Зелень не напасешься, блин. Да ну нафиг, и получил аж целых 25 опыта. Вас нафиг, а? Кстати, место обжитое. Кто-то здесь обитает. Так, надо бы сохраниться.
What are you doing here?
Краль.
You should go. This place is dangerous. You should move on.
Ладно. Ты же охранник из святилища маны, верно?
You're Krell, the guard from the Mana Shrine, right?
Yeah. You've come looking for me then, huh? And you came running, did you?
Атаковать, блин, я не уверен в своих силах, там тем более еще кто-то есть. Ты взял Элекс из святилища маны.
You took the Elex from the Mana Shrine.
Who says I did? You know how much Elex sells for? Lots of people want to steal it.
Зачем ты украл Элекс?
Why did you steal the Elex?
What's that to you? I've not seen you before.
Расскажи, что случилось. Может, я тебе и не сдам.
Tell me what happened. Maybe I won't give you up.
How can I be sure of that?
Так, попробуй внушение. Калдрин не уверен, что ты виновен и не знает, зачем тебе Элекс. Нет, не получается. Я мог бы солгать Калдриму.
I could lie to Cauldron.
Why would you do that?
Persuade me. Use your chance to get out of this, or leave it. Your choice.
Who says there's anything to explain? Elex, it's worth a lot. I took it. I sold it.
You wouldn't be hiding out here if you had.
Maybe I like mausoleums. Go on, ask your questions.
Зачем тебе Элекс?
Why do you need Elex?
I am not hiding. Have you met the mutant here?
No.
That is my brother, Grimmer. The Albs captured him and took him to that converter. They were going to throw him in. He escaped somehow, but the converter had changed him. I don't know how he survived, but whatever that machine did to him, it's left him needing Elex. If he goes without it for any time, then he's in pain. Without it, I know he'll die. He's my brother. And sometimes I wonder if I did the right thing in saving him.
Нет, я покупать его не буду. Атаковать тоже, блин, очкую. Отдай мне Элекс. Нет? Ты должен прекратить его страдания.
You should end his suffering.
He's my brother. I know he's still in there somewhere. If we can keep him alive, I can get him back. I can't give up on him.
Ты скармливаешь Элекс своему брату, но это и ежу ясно.
You're feeding Elex to your brother.
I'm controlling it. Trying to lessen the dose each time. I'm weaning him off it, I'm sure. I keep going, I can get him back. When he's better, I'll go back to Golиет. I'll explain everything to Caldron. Until then, I can't. They wouldn't understand what I'm doing.
И как быть-то, блин? Гриммор. Кстати, они не против, если я здесь что-нибудь возьму. Вообще совершенно не против.
No, I'm not good enough for that.
Ясно, мне надо прокачать взлом и сюда вернуться. До утра. Так, что у нас там? А, все понятно. Я к ним вернулся. От заражения. Ладно, надо бежать. Кстати, 100 пудов этого мутанта можно использовать для того, чтобы отправить в зараженное место. Как вариант. Что-то подобное в Fallout было. Блин, я не уверен, как поступить. Снова сохраняюсь на 14 ячейке. И так, отдай мне Элекс. Так, отдай Элекс немедленно.
Give me the Elex now.
No! Grimmer still needs it. You won't prove it, chap.
Вау. Сейчас. Найдем врагов. О, ящерки. Что там, замес происходит? Нет? Твою мать. Гадина. Ящерки выполнили за меня работу. Осталось расправиться с его братишкой. Подожди. Глупая ящерка, не нападай на меня. Сейчас я тебя еще приведу. Идите, идите, занимайтесь. Так неинтересно. Айда. Твою мать, уходи. Блин, ёшкин кот. Ладно, я пока найду тело краля. Да ё-моё, блин, убери. А где тело краля? Они же где-то здесь его заколбасили. А, вот он. Съем мясо. Попробую с ним справиться. Сильно сомневаюсь, что у меня получится. Хотя... Все получилось. Зря очковал. 2 задания выполнил. Не знаю, правильно ли я поступил. По идее, все неспроста. Сообщим Рагнару насчет поддержки.
About my support,
Я позаботился об Ирдоре.
I took care of Irdor.
Are there any problems?
None to speak of.
You have proved yourself a friend to the Berserkers with this act. The work Irdor does is at the heart, the world heart, of everything we stand for. It's criminal that we hadn't helped him before. Thank you.
Замечательно. Как берсерки относятся к другим группировкам?
What contact do the Berserkers have with the other factions?
The Albs want no contact but that of war and conflict. Perhaps the Separatists will be more open to conversation, but trust will be hard. We have maintained conversations with the clerics, but the peace that has strained since our last war has never held easy. The outlaws, well, they have no true leader and no true cause. Any dealings with them are dealings with individuals. It's self-evident that the paths of all the factions will cross, and that conflict is likely.
Ну, понятно. Почему группировки воюют между собой?
Why are the factions fighting?
Ah, that's a question we all ask. How could healing the planet not aid us all? But for the Alps, Elex comes before anything. The clerics worship their god and their machines, and do not trust nature. While the outlaws see only profit and pleasure today, with no interest in tomorrow. And so we come into conflict, and the world burns when it could heal. If we can plant more world hearts in Tavar or Abessa, then we could give all the soil there new life too. But the other factions don't see it that way. They fear the changes we bring.
Do you know that for sure? Have you spoken to the other factions?
Spoken, no. But we sent men to establish world hearts in Abessa and Tavar. And they have been attacked almost constantly. In fact, their reports are overdue. You came to us from beyond our walls. If you know your way across these lands, could you go to the World Hearts and see what happened to our men?
Ладно, я поищу твоих людей в Тавере и Аббесе.
I will look for your men in Tavar and Abessa.
Thank you. It's time that we learn their fates. You ensure you're properly equipped before you go. It isn't a short journey, and the way will be difficult.
Где находятся сердца мира?
Where are the World Hearts?
The World Heart in Tavar was sent to an oasis out in the desert. You will have to walk carefully once you're there. The outlaws do not take kindly to people crossing through their lands. You'll find the World Heart in Abessa to the south of the domed city.
Ладно, пока еще рано спрашивать о поддержке. Теперь сообщим Калгриму о выполненном задании. Кормак. Где он есть? Он внутри, скорее всего. Насчет краля.
About Kral.
Yes?
I found Kral. I have recovered the Elex.
And Kroll is not here? Is he dead?
Correct.
That is sad news. I feared his departure spelled his guilt. It seems justice has been done. Did Kroll tell you why he took the Elex?
Его брат Гриммор пострадал в преобразователе.
Grimmar, his brother, was taken to the converter. Kral managed to save Grimmar, but not before the Elex had changed him. Since then, Kral has been keeping his brother alive by feeding him Elex. When his supplies ran out, he took Elex from the Mana Shrine to keep his brother alive.
A brother's love. Kroll must have thought he was saving Grimmar. But to live is an abomination, twisted by Elex. Sometimes love blinds us. I hope you gave that poor creature a quick death.
It is dead.
Thank the pilgrim. You see now why we wish to rid Magalan of Elex. That creature was a living demonstration of how it poisons us. Something has occurred to me. Perhaps you could help me with something.
Что тебе нужно?
What do you need?
I need someone less conspicuous than myself to do some inquiring. You see, I need some answers, but if I start asking questions, it might be as bad as me outright condemning the man in question. Suspicion sticks and people can start to see someone as guilty, even if there is nothing wrong. So, that is why I'd like you to do the asking. You see, there is a cultivator by the name of Ulrich, a willing and capable berserker. But there has been a change in him of late. Something I can't quite put my finger on. I would like you to speak to him and see if you can find out what is troubling him.
Как ты полагаешь, что не так с Ориком?
What do you suspect Oric's problem is?
Well, that's the issue. Suspicion is all I have. You see, Ulrich has continued with his tasks. He is polite and helpful, but there is a distance. He isn't as open as he used to be.
How can I find out what's wrong?
Just talk with him. See if you get the same feeling. He is someone who loves what he does. You should have no trouble getting him talking about his work in the seeding fields. It has long been a passion of his. But maybe that's it. Maybe he's seeking promotion. Or maybe he's just having a bad day. Whatever it is, he served us well, and if there is something wrong, I'd like to help him. I don't want him to be afraid to tell me of problems.
Ясно. Ну, займемся этим в следующей серии. Ладно, в общем, на этом мы завершим сегодняшнюю серию. Благодарю всех за внимание. На сегодня у нас все. Надеюсь, данное видео вам понравилось. Всем пока!